Are you serious? Are you serious? The United States government says they have no idea what anybody's talking about, basically, when it comes to the Fordow nuclear power plant in Iran that supposedly has had a massive explosion. Yet there's reports by the Times of London and also the German Die Welt, as well as the Times of Israel, as well as WorldNet Daily, all confirming that it happened. I even have a report to show you of a documentation that was released of an event by the RSOE EDIS event report. So hang on a minute. Are you serious? Get a cup of coffee. Calm down. Let's see if we can dig through the propaganda. Let's see. All right. Now, first of all, here's what WorldNet Daily is reporting. New details surface on the Iranian nuclear explosion. 16 North Koreans, including 14 technicians and 2 top military officers, are among those trapped after the January 21st explosion destroyed much of Iran's Fordow nuclear site, according to sources are revealing. The source who provided the initial information on the explosion at the Fordow nuclear power plant, has now provided details of the explosion and a degree of the destruction at one of Iran's most important nuclear sites. The report, published exclusively on WorldNet Daily back on January 24th, which included the sabotage key Iranian nuclear facility, is being covered now internationally by major media sources and independent intelligence sources confirming the explosion, including the Times of London, the German Die Welt, and the WorldNet Daily, of course, and the Times of Israel and Breitbart.com are all confirming the explosion. Many news agencies are reporting that there is unconfirmed reports that it may have happened, and everybody's digging for theirs. And the reason why all these other guys are saying it's unconfirmed is they can't get a confirmation from the White House. So there was a press conference yesterday, and Jay Carney was asked directly, what did the White House know about the explosion? And let me just play that for you now. It's 52 seconds. Here we go now to the White House Press Secretary Jay Carney.
Major, and then one.
There were weekend reports of a very significant explosion at a nuclear facility in Iran, Fordow, the name of it, near Qom. And I wonder if you have anything that you can relate to us about what the U.S. government does or does not know about that. And also, there has been a glitch in trying to get the next P5+1 talks with Iran. Try to get it this month now, pushing into February. Is there anything new you want to tell us about the evaluation of the inability to get that process moved ahead?
Sure, I appreciate both questions. On the first, we have no information to confirm the allegations in that report, and we do not believe the report is credible. On the status of the
explosion of any
correct at the Fordow facility, we don't believe those are credible reports. We have no information that would confirm them, and do not believe that those reports or that report is credible.
So there you hear it. That is the press secretary of the United States President, Jay Carney. He says we've heard about it. We don't believe any of those reports are credible. We don't believe they're credible. So in other words, they can't confirm it, and they're not going to confirm it, or they know about it and they're not ready to tell us what it is. I mean, something happened, right? This can't be just a total fabrication. It's obviously, there's been many times the United States federal government has withheld information about a story until they were ready to let us know. But there's a lot of people who are reporting this as absolute fact. Now, I received an email from RoboMom. This is an RSOE EDIS event report, okay? And this report is an event summary. Now, it was actually generated on Saturday, January 26th, which would have been 5 days after the apparent or potential explosion at the Fordo nuclear plant. This is an EDIS number, which is EX-20130-126-38002-IRN. The event type is explosion. Damage level is moderate. Continent, Middle East. Country, Iran. Tells you the provenance of Guam, the area of the Fordo nuclear facility. Affected is unknown, and the missing person's 240. Now, I'll show you that event report. It's I'll try to get up there as close as I can. It's a little Paul Begley technology here. But there you see, it's an EDIS report, and it tells you all of the information there. And it tells you right here that it is the Fordo plant, gives you the longitude. It tells you how many people missing, 240. Now this report was published and was filed by the RSOE EDIS agencies to keep track of these types of things and events. It could be volcanoes, they could be earthquakes, they can be different types of events, tsunamis, nuclear spills, explosions, all kinds of different information. Now let me go on and read some more for you as we're trying to dig into the story. The White House, the short White House response, the source said, is an indication that the United States wants to steer away from the subject, as any covert operation against the regime's nuclear installations will have consequences, including retaliation. A lot of times when the White House does that quick dismissal, it usually means they know they're not ready to share any information. They want to dismiss it. They want it to go away. Maybe they know exactly what happened. Maybe America actually bombed this nuclear facility. Maybe Israel did. Maybe the two collaborated. Maybe England did. I mean, we don't know. Something happened. There's no doubt something happened. Now, the Islamic regime media, in a coordinated effort, reflected a similar short response. Sunday night, total denial. Just a quick note. And Americans, no, we don't know. Okay? But we've got tons of people. According to WorldNet Daily's sources, a member of the security forces protecting Fordo said that these 36 North Korean technicians and military officers arrived in Tehran on January 15th and 17th, and they visited 2 nuclear sites under heavy security. One site, still known as to the west, with its vast installation of centrifuges, will be revealed soon. At the other, the Fordo site, the North Koreans were to witness the startup of 6 cascades of 174 new generation speedier centrifuges. Okay? Did this fire up cause the explosion? On January 21st, 14 members of the North Korean team and 2 military officers now stationed in Fordo, along with the Iranian scientists, started the process of feeding the uranium gas reserves into the newly set up cascades at 9:15 a.m. Tehran time. At 10:43 a.m., due to the drop in power pressure, system warning signs went off, but everything went back to normal 2 minutes later. Then at 11:36 a.m., 5 explosions occurred concurrently in the centrifuge chambers. 2 explosions in the uranium reserve enclosures, and a subsequent explosion in the main hallway close to the event exit. At the time of the explosions, a very bright red and purple light distorted the image, and an extremely loud noise could be heard. Before the explosions knocked out the cameras, the interior walls could be seen coming down within the centrifuge chambers. All explosions seem to have been initiated from the ceilings. All cameras on the lowest floor and the floor above it were knocked out, and only 2 cameras above the installation where security personnel were stationed were working. So this is the information we're getting. Total denial by the White House, total denial by Iran, total confirmation by the government of Israel, several news agencies saying yes, others running away. We'll have to wait and see. We're going to stay on top of it as we get closer and closer to the coming of Jesus